wonder why it's left to this show, of all places, to announce the rising star, the next rising star in the Democratic Party. But it is, so we're going to. It's a woman called Tiara Mack. You never heard of Tiara Mack? Well, maybe that's because she's a state senator in the country's smallest state, Rhode Island. And you have to wonder why. This is a woman with demonstrated talent who has, as she announced on social media just this week, an Ivy League degree from Brown, but still technically Ivy League. Famous people send their kids there. Whatever, it's Brown. You should be impressed. And she's an amazing performer. Here's her latest campaign ad.
Vote Senator Mack.
So you ever have those moments where you see something and you're like, oh, that's the future. That's what it looks like. We saw Tiara Mack, head in the sand, twerking, and we thought, man, that's the Democratic Party 2020. So not everyone liked it, and she responded this way on Twitter, quote, damn, twerking upside down really makes the conservative, unhinged internet accounts pop off on Monday. And nevertheless, she wrote, I'm really excited for the House sex ed bill hearing later today. Teaching comprehensive, queer, inclusive, pleasure-based sex ed was a highlight of my time teaching. And you gotta wonder, since she just summarized everything the Democratic Party is for, why isn't her own party embracing her? Why is she still a state senator in Rhode Island? Why isn't she Secretary of State? Why aren't they pushing her for president? Oh, she's not old enough. Really? Because the racist Constitution said she's not old enough? Why not change the Constitution? Why not make Tiara Mack your standard bearer in 2024? But they're not. They're pushing Joe Biden. He's like 100 years old, pale, stale Joe Biden, and then Hillary Clinton and Pete Buttigieg. Again, talk about systemic racism. Tiara Mack, 2024. She ought to run with the guy in the dress who oversees Biden's nuclear waste program.
Ah, yes, the racist Constitution.
What?
My big takeaway is that Biden and Hillary and Kamala all that need to step their twerking on the beach video game a little bit. There's not enough effort in.
I was supposed to play
She's just doing what they can't do anymore. It's like wishful thinking. They're living vicariously through her,
I still got good
Remember
hits.
those times?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Justin. I was supposed to play the whatever that Kira Jean Pearson video, but my finger slipped. I did not get black women mixed up.
That wasn't her?
I think the first and last thing that I ever want to see is Hillary Clinton twerking on the beach.
We got this video out there.
Because it's simultaneously at the top and the bottom of my list. Like I really want to see that, but I really, really, really don't want to see that.
With
Morbid curiosity.
With all the deep fake tech, why hasn't someone done that yet?
For the reasons Justin's has it at the bottom of his list.
Nobody's brave enough.
We kind of like being alive. I don't know.
Nobody's got the nerve to pull that off.
Corey says we've already seen.
It's actually what Seth Rich was working on before he died. What we all didn't know was it was a twerking video. Thought it was all these nasty secrets. No,
just twerking video. Is he the most?
Which one of you was it that
well-known-
said something
known
about
of the
me getting killed? And I said, "Oh yeah, Hillary." What did I say?
What haven't you said at this point?
We were talking about something, and,
and
he said you would be dead. I was like, "Who's gonna kill me?" And then said, "Oh yeah, Hillary." And he just fell over laughing. He thought that was the funniest shit ever for some reason. Luckily, my children are easily amused. Speaking of easily amused children, I love Facebook memories. On this day in 2017, I was cleaning out the kitchen or the bathroom sink, and so I'd poured a pot of boiling water in the sink to flush it out, and I was getting my vinegar and baking soda and another pot of boiling water so I could do it again. and I couldn't find the kids anywhere. And so I go looking around through the house, and they're all just standing in the bathroom watching the water slowly drain down the sink. And easily amused. I'm glad we have, the
Is
high
that the story?
double-digit IQs in this house.
Yeah,
that's
it
it.
sounds like
You
regular
just
Indiana
wasted
people to me.
about 60 seconds of quality airtime. That we, limited airtime on that story.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about you kids. What do you think?
Dag, I'm not sure what you
I
just
was
said.
referring to plunger on the. I was using plunger.
Broadcasting live from the swamp.
Not to avoid children. It's not.
Wait, I think I got children in there.
Dag, your internet is spazzing out. We're catching about like a half of every third word.
He hears us, I guess.
Clyde is your.
As long as he
chair
can hear us,
cut in
it'll come
half.
back eventually.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying to appropriate. We don't have a Mexican on the show, so I'm trying to make it seem like a little smaller than most.
You think I should
It's a-
ask
it's a
Carlos
hobby.
for advice on that Mexican chick that was maybe trying to flirt with me in the store?
Why?
Yes,
Are you gonna go back?
obviously.
I mean, like,
He would know.
this is a once in a lifetime chance, and you blew it. It's gone. Like, you're not
I don't
getting
know,
it back.
maybe- Maybe if I invited her to Taco Tuesday, or if I asked her to make me tacos next Tuesday, things would work out.
Ask her
Yeah,
for
if
a
she
treat.
invites you to Taco Tuesday.
That might be.
Then you know what's up.
Carlos, if you're still in the chat, type
There he is.
K3. There he is. Did she need? I don't know. I didn't ask this, Carlos. I'm not as rude as you think I am.
Oh man.
That's a different tone from Mark. You got papers? Pulling out a cell phone.
I did give her an evil glare, but that's because she ran to my cart.
She saw you buying all that food.
Yeah,
she
it
liked,
was in
she liked whatever was in the cart. You should.
That was
you
right
should
next to the
connect her
milk.
with she's
What was in
gonna-
her car?
See, that's the problem.
I didn't check.
That's the problem with you going to like an all boys school when you were a kid. Is you
I
didn't
didn't go
get
to an all-boys
the
school. I don't know.
flirting thing with.
What are you talking about?
It was an all men's
Oh.
school, all right. That was the only boy
Yeah,
there.
I was the boy and there were men.
Sure, that worked out well for you.
So you're about to say that I went to some Catholic
I
all-boys
was-
school and I didn't learn.
Going to this Catholic all boys school, you didn't learn how to like flirt. Like whenever they're being mean to you, that means they like you. And
I wouldn't even say she was being mean.
my wife is. Bye guys. Love you. Bye.
All right, come on, continue with the story. Okay.
See ya.
He's waiting until the kids get out of the car to swag his wife.
Yeah.
Oh, my wife is always mean to me. Like that's how I know she loves me. If she's being like nice, that means something's up. Like I'm probably
yeah.
about to get poisoned or stabbed. Or yeah, as they said, or both.
The knife that you're being stabbed with is poison.
Yeah, the knife that I'm being stabbed with is poison. No, not taking any chances. Make sure I die.
Mm.
That's why she took out that big health insurance policy on me,
Yeah, you gotta make sure.
or life insurance, whatever.
Clyde, you look nice today.
Yes. I just rolled out of bed. No, I am. Oh.
Not wearing the typical like dingy white button down.
No,
I don't dislike the button down.
Go girl.
it's easier to get out of. Yeah.
I can't unbuckle
One button
myself.
at a time.
Love you, bye.
You got to teach those kids better, man. What kind of kid can't
Struggle
get out of a
bus.
seatbelt yet?
This struggle bus is real today.
How old is she?
Clyde, you
I don't know, 13, 12.
Yeah,
12.
old enough to get out of a seatbelt. My 6-year-old gets out of seatbelt
Should
when
be,
going 60
yes.
miles an hour down the road, dude. Like, you're doing something wrong.
Clyde, you put a poll up. See, I'm just now catching up on Twitter. I guess this was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Taking a shower, washing your hair. Do you lean forward face down or lean back face up? Apparently, I'm in the minority. I'm
So,
more of a
yeah,
lean
I
back
was-
face up guy,
I was surprised.
Yeah, though,
yeah.
you waterboard yourself? That's weird.
basically.
But I mean,
Feels nice.
you can catch it on like the top of your head where it's
Yeah.
only like minimum water goes in your eyes. I mean, if you're face down, it's all just right down your nose.
I agree.
Like I don't know, man. I question
Wow.
those people.
Dag, you got anything to add?
I didn't realize we had 2 self waterboarders on.
I didn't realize you took a shower, Dag. Didn't know that. That's
In the
just roll around
now
and
even
and
swallow.
rarer event, I wash my hair.
I don't know, man. Like I always grew up like that, and that's just the way I did it. And I don't know. I guess it's weird, right? Because that gigantic pole. But my wife and I are both in the minority. How's that play out? You know, what are the stats on that?
Well, if the poll was still
Don't you
available,
miss
I would
hair?
vote, but it's not there.
Maybe that was part of it too. For a while, like I had like really long hair, so if it was down in front of my face, it'd just be like I come up like Swamp Thing and be like down to here, you know.
Yeah.
See, that could be a factor.
Yeah, I wonder if that's part of it. I wonder if women are more.
I think
likely
maybe
to
for me
do
it's
that.
because
You like to bend over in the shower a little
I think
bit?
for me it's
A
because
little
I'm
Arcanine?
so
He paused
It's
because he's
because
like,
I'm
should I
so
share
tall.
this?
well. No, he kept talking, so I was trying to let him finish, but then he stopped. So I was going to pick up, but then he started again.
I had
so I'm just
done
going to keep
stop,
talking.
buddy.
So because I'm so tall, like all of the shower heads hit me like in the chin anyway. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
easier to just duck underneath it than try to like do some backwards bullshit.
So they don't make like tall showers for ogres.
We stayed
Yeah,
at
it's a special shower.
the hotel we stayed at in Chicago. It was really, the shower head was really tall. That was kind of nice. But no, like a typical shower, it usually hits me like either in the eyes or in the chin. Like it's very rare to have a shower that's above my head. Mom and dad,
I've
at mom and
always
dad's
felt-
house,
I agree. I've always felt shower heads are too short. It's
yeah, like
Beds.
mom and
beds are
dad
too
had
short.
mom and dad had their house built, and so because everybody in the house was over 6 foot tall, they had all of the shower heads put in higher than
So you
normal. So
come
like at
from
my
like
parents' house, it's good.
Weird line of grays.
Yeah, we're all tall people.
I've never had a problem.
Well, beds are the same way. I mean, they're all like, you know, my toes dangle off the end. Like, and then part of it is I don't like. I guess I'm not all the way up on the top like end of the bed with my head, but like, I don't know. They could afford to make beds an extra few inches.
Or like countertops are always too
Agreed.
short. We're kind of lucky with the house that my wife's grandparents had, because they both were old and arthritic. They had their counters all replaced and had them put in like higher. So we've got nice tall countertops, but like most houses,
How tall are they?
You're so tall.
they're up on a board or on a like a spacer or a block. So they're about 4 inches taller than
Okay.
average countertops. I'm not sure what the height is exactly. I know it's very comfortable for me to just be able to not have to bend over.
So you had me
Yeah.
curious about Facebook memories, and I went back to see what my Facebook memories are from today. 14 years ago, Mark Metz is thinking, ... I think. It's so embarrassing.
Do you delete old memories that are
No,
extremely
I don't think
cringe?
I ever have. I probably
I'm
should.
gonna go.
I didn't
pull it
realize
up.
that was an option until someone presented it to me, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can do that."
You can delete. You can delete
Just delete
memories. Delete memories.
You can delete posts. Yeah,
Only in the.
I have
memories.
deleted a few.
And then a year later is eating pie, texting, messing around on my computer, listening to baseball, doing homework, and wondering why in the world do I never get anything done. Well,
Why do you never get any?
I
Never mind. Yeah. Just leave it at that.
He was wondering that too.
It was 13 years ago.
Where? How do I find memories? Memories. There we go.
How old were
That's a
you
long
then?
time. I'm gonna have to pull up my memories.
I have no
16?
memories today.
15. Or six- yeah, 15.
Oh, so you were still like, yeah, in the closet, like just.
I was fully in the closet at that time. That's why I had to distract myself all the time.
Mhm. Why do I have no socks? I keep thinking. All my socks, they never get washed. They never have pairs.
This show's off to a good start. Are there articles I'm supposed to pull up, Justin, or are we just riffing today?
We were going to talk about the energy shortage.
The video
in
you
Europe.
didn't play.
What video did I not play?
No, the video that Mark didn't play.
Yeah, what video did Mark not play? Yeah, pull up Twitter and find Kiera Jean-Pierre or whatever, Karine Jean-Pierre saying that Tommy Tuberville saying that black people commit more crimes is racist.
Is it in the chat, or do I have to actually look this up?
think
I
you have to
mean,
look it up.
You'd have to look it up, but it's not like it's hard to find.
Okay. Tommy Tuberville racist.
Yeah, that's really the key words that'll get you right where you want to go.
The dude coached like, I don't know, 70 black players per year, and he's just now being accused as being a racist.
Right? Isn't that crazy?
My favorite
any-
was the
He's had a lot of
Bishop
abuse over the years.
telling
anytime
white
you
people.
anytime you point out like statistical numbers that statistics are also racist.
Well, you can manipulate stats to be whatever you want. Right?
I have no idea how to
Be
spell
unracist.
Karine.
Some you have to try harder with some, but did you see Bishop Swan's tweet about telling white people not to talk to black people? If black people are talking to black people about black people things, white people go away. It's like
there are a whole bunch of white Karens that really need to hear that and stay the fuck out of like everything. Like stop saying everything is racist and just let life go on. And if the people who are actually being represented or misrepresented think that it's racist, then they can say something about it. Let's quit stealing Land O'Lakes butter from the Indian woman and put Uncle Ben back on his rice.
give Aunt Jemima her boobies back.
I mean, give Aunt Jemima her pancake syrup back.
I miss the bottle.
I loved that bottle as a kid.
Of course you did. Aunt Jemima in one hand and Land O'Lakes on the other side.
See, my mom
Who's
wasn't
it
real
gonna be?
present, so no.
He couldn't have breakfast without having to run to the bathroom.
The only way you could feel like you had a mother with the Aunt Jemima bottle lording over you in the kitchen. Sit down to eat your breakfast and you put it up on top of the fridge. It makes you feel like you have a mom there with you.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm just
look at
kidding.
that
No,
woman.
my mother was a good mother.
What was she?
Is a good mother. I don't know.
She
It would be a lot
was, but
funnier
then
if she wasn't.
You know, but when I hit 18,
she was a good mother. And then after he moved out of the house, she was like, "Yeah, fuck that dude. I don't have to deal with him anymore."
She's actually upstairs right now. It's Mark's basement.
this is my basement.
What did Yeezy say, or Kanye or whatever the hell his name is now?
He
What
said
did he
he's
say that like made everybody so angry?
The shirt incident. I'm not familiar with it.
Was it the shirt?
Well, there was
I
He
mean,
had
the
a
shirt,
shirt
and then
that
he went
said
on
like
Tucker
White Lives
Carlson,
Matter,
right?
and then what did he say? Somebody said, I don't know.
he basically
I
said.
saw. I was just gonna say I saw a thing on. It was on like Vice or something this morning. I didn't click on it, but it was like, here's all the things that they left out of the Tucker Carlson interview, allegedly racist and insane things that Kanye said. So I'm kind of curious what those things are, more so than what was actually said in the interview, to be honest. But it could be a bunch of crap though, and not actually be anything significant. So who knows?
The reason he's all like blowing up is because of that tweet that got taken down, where he basically
What
just
is
said
it?
like, "Fuck the Jews, I'm coming for y'all."
Oh,
There we go.
What? So, okay.
All right, so since Clyde's not going to finish this sentence, I can't find.
I'm waiting for you. I was being respectful.
I can't find
No, you're not.
KGP
I'm always
or whatever her
respectful.
name is talking about Tommy Tuberville, but I found the Lincoln Project sharing the video of Tuberville and Marjorie Taylor Greene being quote racist. So I found them in their acts. Do you want me to share that video?
Go for it. Yeah. Let's see what's so racist about.
Anything from the Lincoln.
And of
Project
course, I
is-
look up Tommy Tuberville racist, and the Lincoln Project is the first thing that comes up. I hate these people. But you should say something, Clyde, while I pull this up. Because I got thrown off by share being gone and it being present.
What?
It says present.
Present.
Present, not present.
I was like, yes, I know I'm present. Barely.
So
I
Kanye, you
mentioned
got
this
the
on a.
jab, huh? So this is Carlos.
Some people say, well, they're soft on crime. No, they're not soft on crime. They're pro-crime. They want crime. They want crime because they want to take over what you got. They want to control what you have. They want reparation because they think the people that do the crime are owed that. Bullshit.
Ooh. Mr. Senator.
Joe
Mr.
Biden's
Congressman.
5 million illegal aliens are on the verge of replacing you, replacing your jobs, and replacing your
There you go,
kids in
Carlos.
school. And coming from
replacement.
all over the world, they're also replacing your culture.
This music makes them seem cooler. Like
Yeah.
they should just run this ad as a pro ad.
The Lincoln Project. Who takes them serious? Like the Lincoln Project. Like
I don't know. Look at they're doing the stupid laser eyes thing with Lincoln.
Wasn't one of the founders or like main guys involved in
They're all
running the Lincoln
perverts.
Project? Wasn't he like
The pedos.
diddling he was diddling
Yeah.
15-year-old boys or something?
yeah, something like that. I mean, they're all. It's a, you know, I don't know.
Thank you.
I love their Trump, their Trump-like campaign stuff in like 2020. The ads where it was like, Trump wins like his third term, and the little kid's like, "Mommy, I thought you couldn't be president more than twice." She's like, "Not anymore, honey." You know?
Those were cool too.
Oh
I forgot
yeah,
about
man.
those.
I got to give credit where credit's due. They make a hell of a funny video, man.
I wonder if they like cause people to vote for Trump, like instead of like not vote for him. Like it was like a plus for Trump.
It's some of that stuff, for real, it does. Yeah. Like if these people hate this person so much, there's probably some value in that person, right? There's probably something there that is good.
Trump was constantly playing, or in 2020, he was constantly playing like that clip of 2020, 2024, 2028, and people would freak out. I loved that so much. Do you remember that?
Is the Lincoln Project like the other? Is the Lincoln Project like the other 98%? Like it's actually a deep fake? Like they're co-opting the left?
I feel like I believe the Lincoln Project in one way or another. I can't tell you why. They just seem better.
Like,
They seem like they're like genuine cucks. You mean?
They have a lot more production, than like the other 98% kind of thing. That as far as I know, shares memes. Like they make videos. I'm wondering, I'm always very curious. Are you guys familiar with the Generation Hope videos?
those have to be fake, right? They've got to be fake.
I don't know. Is it a big troll? I mean, they market shit on there. They've got millions of followers. I mean, they could just be making money, They have ads built into the videos sometimes. Like it's like, oh, I won this contest because I played Word Farm, or like they're hawking Word Farm, like in the thing. So it's so hard to tell sometimes what is up with like different types of content. So it's hard to read, man. But yeah, they just put so much into the video. It's like there has to be decent money behind it. So it makes me feel like it's not a troll. It makes me feel like somebody's trying to accomplish something. But I guess you could do that with the troll. I don't know.
Generation Hope is the one that had like the black kid in a wheelchair and then the other black kid and they're playing basketball and the white woman comes out with a whip and like
with a whip.
What is this?
Yep.
Dude, all right, ready for KGP?
Yeah, go ahead and roll this, and maybe we'll talk about Generation Hope.
No,
When a Democrat says something racist or anti-Semitic, we hold them. We hold Democrats accountable. When a MAGA Republican says something racist or anti-Semitic, they are embraced by cheering crowds and become celebrated and sought after endorsements. Senator Tuberville, let's not forget, this just happened, saying Black people commit crimes. Doug Mastriano attacking his opponent in Pennsylvania governor's race for sending his children to a Jewish day school. The president used to say, and I quote the president right now, quote, when a Democrat says something racist or anti-Semitic, we hold them. We hold Democrats accountable. When a MAGA Republican says something racist or anti-Semitic,
yes, this is the whole thing playing over again.
I thought there was more. Wow. I know it wouldn't accomplish anything, but she is the spokesperson for Joe Biden. She says they hold their party accountable. All right. I know that Joe Biden said he didn't want his kids growing up in a jungle.
He's talking about the rainforest.
Tommy Tuberville saying that Black people commit crimes.
He didn't even say that. He's just they're the one that put. I guess he insinuated reparations, right?
Yeah.
Never mind. Let's take it back. It's fine.
What? I don't know, man. I don't get it. I don't get it. Because I don't get it. I don't understand like what's going on. Like what was so racist and like what her problem is. I don't get it. It's beyond me. How do you find fault in that?
I kind of need the context for like what was the question that she was supposedly answering that she had to go to this, and like what Democrat have they? So number one, the Democrats are never actually anti-Semitic because we know who's padding their pockets. They wouldn't dare burn that bridge. Fuck them Jews. But like number two, when have the Democrats ever done anything to one of their own for being racist? Like they are the most overtly racist people on the planet, and they don't
say it directly. They don't come out and say anything like racist directly. It's all padded and the same way that they title these bills with some fancy name that sounds really good, but actually is the exact opposite of it. Like it's the same thing with their racism. It's baked into their policies, and it's
I mean, why didn't they say anything to Nancy Pelosi for saying that we need the Mexicans to come pick the fruit?
Steven's telling us he's going to see us next Tuesday. We don't do shows on Tuesday, Steven.
What?
He said the C word. Sorry. Anyways. Now there's dead space.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, we all commit crimes. I'm probably committing one right now.
I'm literally committing one right now. I'm definitely not supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
I guess I am hands-free.
You probably know the local officer who watches the show, and he's giving you a pass.
He's like, oh, I recognize that part of the road. Let me see if I can go get
him. So, Generation Hope. No.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, tell us about that.
So, I mean, we have to do maybe even like a night before or something where we do a Generation Hope video like on air. It's just, some of them they can be like 20 minutes long or whatever. But yeah, the titles are like, woman is fat shamed by husband. You won't believe what happens next. And it's basically like this video, these horrible actors, and this like, this guy fat shaming his wife, and she ends up getting up and going to a personal trainer, and I think leaving the abusive husband for the personal trainer. Whatever it is, the person gets their comeuppance. Like some lady makes fun of a homeless person on the side of the road. What's that?
She gets in shape though, right? She's not fat anymore at the
end. It's clever. It's clever camera work, let's say. I guess. I don't think she gets that in shape. But yeah, just things like that. Yeah, a woman makes fun of a homeless dude, and then by the end of the episode, she's homeless, and the homeless dude is like, wealthy. But he's not mean to her. It's like good morals from a 7-year-old's perspective.
but the writing and like the acting, everything about it is just so like over the top and cringy. It's hilarious. Like you can't watch one of those without thinking that
so
it's
bad.
completely satirical.
They they film in different cities, and they put out ads for actors. They don't pay much, so it's like they almost just get like the worst actors they can, like on purpose, and do the videos.
I would do that.
It's really something. Yeah,
I'd sign up
I don't
for
know
it.
what
I'd try
the,
to slip like the white power sign in there somehow, you know, so just like do something, you know.
Trey's trying to end the show. He spoke the magic word.
Go away, Trey. It's
You
not-
can
not
just
time
tune
yet.
out. You don't have to make everybody else leave, Trey.
Is it that bad this morning, Trey?
Probably.
It's because Justin's in his truck.
I'm not in the truck. I'm in my wife's car. I don't even. It's weird.
What kind of car is it?
Jew.
Oh, yeah. We have a Buick Encore.
What's the license plate?
I don't know.
Buick Encore. Driving that Buick.
We got to get the tires changed.
Big as a
so,
whale.
I'm sorry, Clyde. I missed that.
I said it's as big as a whale and it's about to set sail. No. Too old.
It makes me glad I missed it the first time.
Somebody out there might
Someplace
get
with
it.
the roof.
It's the
Or
swamp.
maybe it's a
Dax's
Chrysler.
house
Maybe it's a
again.
Chrysler. I can't remember now. It's been a while since I've heard that song.
high quality production today.
All right. So, is there anything else?
Well, you can't like get out of the car to do an actual show, man.
I got kids. They got to take them to school. I'm only in the car one day this week, though. Like,
Yeah, sure. That's
I
what
was
you
here
said
Monday.
last
I'll
week.
be here Friday.
Clyde, did you win this week?
Yeah. Yeah. I was playing Magoo.
Oh yeah, because our entire division is like 4-1, and then the first place person in the other division is 2-3.
I think I'm on 3-2.
So we should just have our own playoffs.
And I have Steph this week. Take her to the bank.
I got Dag this week. I'm about to get two. I'm about to get 2 wins in a row.
Yeah, you might take over first place in your division.
I was to say after this week, I'll win. Everybody else in my division will lose, and I'll move into first place.
Yeah, I play the first place, the Nutter guy.
Oh yeah. He got beat by both me and my wife, so obviously he's not that good.
Who's that? Magoo?
Nutter,
I wasn't listening. Nutter.
obviously.
Liz, oh, did you see that? Did you see her?
I see that you put it in the chat, so I thought I'd bring it up.
What?
The Kanye.
Lizzo brings down the house. Oh boy. Yeah, I bet she did bring down the top floor of the house with epic clapback for Kanye West.
I forget, like, I don't know why he said anything, but he's basically like, you know, he said something about her, like, being unhealthy, right? And, like, needing to lose weight or something.
Oh,
like
this
that.
isn't about the Jews. She's mad that
No.
he said being fat.
This
is
was
unhealthy.
before the Jews. This was before the Jews. Like, this was before that actually transpired. But then she, you know, she's doing a show in Canada and I don't know, said something about being, telling him to, something about her black beautiful eye, her big beautiful black ass or something like that.
So here's her clapback. Apparently, I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
everybody in America got my motherfucking name in my motherfucking mouth for no motherfucking reason. I'm minding my black beautiful business, my fat black beautiful business.
Oh, that's what it was.
Boy, that's quite the clapback.
And then she asked for
She really got him there.
if anyone would if there were any like single Canadian men that would marry her for papers because she doesn't want to go back to America.
I mean, that would be great.
Well, it just like I don't know, man. The whole like fat shaming thing is really it's like problematic. Even you know it like why are we encouraging people to be like unhealthy to like have a heart attack to you know you have to wear a seatbelt and the excuse for wearing a seatbelt is because like you know it's not safe for other drivers when you go flying through the windshield and your body spatters in traffic and the insurance costs go up for everybody and here we are like encouraging people to have heart attacks and you know get replacements and do all this stuff. It's like, man, what is this doing to the cost of health insurance? You know, we can't let people in the hospital because they're not vaccinated. We got to make room for all these, you know, people sick with COVID and you unvaccinated are causing problems in the hospital. Well, what about the fat fucks? Like, I mean, come on. It's okay. It's okay
I
to tell somebody to
believe
lose weight.
Justin has a theory on this.
What's my theory?
Well, you would want to take down the health insurance or the health, or you don't want to take it down. You want to like relieve the health insurance of all of its burden.
Oh yeah. So this was my COVID theory, was that the whole thing was manufactured. It wipes out all of the old people and the people with comorbidities, which removes all of the strain that currently exists on the health insurance companies. Like health insurance companies are just paying out to hospitals and doctors and everything, just hand over fist to take care of all of these old, fat, sick, you know, miserable fucks. If we can just have something that targets all of those unhealthy people and wipes them all out of, you know, off the population, then that saves the health insurance business.
Yeah, think about Social Security as well. I mean,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it
So-
targets old people. I mean,
Steven's
really-
asking if we talked about Tulsi. I didn't realize that she left the Democratic Party yesterday.
yes, she did.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, I kind of saw that coming, but
No,
she made it
but
official.
it was and it
What is she
became like
just
a-
independent now?
Yeah.
I'm sure that's
What is she?
probably. There's a video. I don't know if we want to watch it.
She-
It's a minute long.
She got dragged for being like like, so was it Kinzinger? It's like, oh well, MAGA will welcome you with open arms, you like Russian operative, and like everybody's on like, oh, you're a Russian sympathizer, like Putin apologist, like blah blah. It's like, man, what the fuck? Well, like, what is wrong with people that like you can't disagree with the establishment line and not be like a. It doesn't mean you want, you know, you.
Unfortunately, Tulsi's married, right? I know
Yeah.
she's
I
older
believe
than
so.
me, but
I think she's got kids too, doesn't she?
oh well. We already
She
know
was-
where I stand on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
They
something.
were calling her a Russian op like several months ago.
Yeah, remember.
I think Hillary called her a Russian op, and then she pointed out all the times where Hillary has actually had support from Russia, and so that like that's the clapback, right? Like whenever she got up on stage and just totally bitch slapped Kamala Harris's presidential hopes into the ground by talking about her putting all the black people in jail, and then Hillary called her a Russian op, and she was like, okay, well, what about all these times that here, and here where Russia has actually been working for you? Like, but I'm the op. Like, Tulsi is the queen of the clapback.
Tulsi is she's like the female archetype of the purple Caesar. Like she's got the rightist and the leftist positions, but there will be no female Caesar. It will be a male. She's just kind of a foreshadower.
So whoever she marries has to be like the president,
Yeah.
and then she can pull the strings from behind.
That's you, Mark. She will definitely pull your string from
anything
behind.
from
Her husband seems like a hippie surfing Hawaiian guy. He's not Hawaiian himself, but he seems like a Hawaiian convert.
Well, I mean, if you
And I mean that in the worst way possible.
married into it.
One of them, the name sticker on their car.
Yeah, Steven
So-
says you'd be good for.
Yeah, I
MTG.
see that. They keep trying to. She's going through a divorce. This is a tough time for her. I talked to her last night. It's like
Didn't
Take it
she
slow.
get caught like cheating with her like personal trainer or something? Or
Oh, is that what
sex
happened?
Guru. It was like a sex. I don't know some.
Sexologist.
Yeah, something like that.
Funniest
Thought-
word.
Thought it was something sex trainer. Was it, can you have a sex trainer? I don't know.
Can you stop spreading rumors about us online, please?
Are you a Mark?
What?
And it's gone.
I,
Did you see Elon catching flack because he talked to Putin?
He didn't talk to Putin though.
Supposedly he did.
he responded that. He said, this is false. Putin and I haven't talked since like 2020 about and it was about space.
Okay. I didn't see that part of it.
Yeah, they claimed that Elon talked to Putin before Elon put his like proposition for how to end the whole conflict in Ukraine on Twitter, and Elon came back immediately and said, this is completely false. I haven't talked to Putin in like 18 months, and we talked about space.
But if I had, who cares?
Well, and that's it. It's probably like, and even if you did, like, what does it matter, right? Is he a political like entity? Is he not allowed to talk to? Like,
Right.
Are there rules against like U.S. citizens speaking?
He's just trying to be Dennis Rodman.
Foreign.
Future James Bond villain, man.
It makes me like the whole Russia-Ukraine thing and the amount of support and I don't know, I forget the word I'm looking for, but like the way that people are not even anti-Ukraine, but like anti the war in Ukraine or question Ukrainian motives and what's going on, like the way that they just get pigeonholed into being like,
I think you're talking about Russia.
Either like if you not defend Russia, but if you speak out against like the whole thing, right? And like, or you talk about like the cultural Russians in Ukraine and what they faced from the Ukrainian Nazis and like it's strange how much animosity there is towards that and how quickly you'll be derided as like a Russian sympathizer and how you support like war criminals and stuff and you're the actual. It's I don't know I don't know. I'm trying.
You never know.
You never know. Did you see the Russian
black and words here?
Did you see the Russian commercial or whatever that they played? That's like making fun of the West.
Who, Russia?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it's
you got
hilarious.
It. Pull it up.
I doubt it's on YouTube, so I will look around for it. So, Clyde, start saying I don't know for like 5 minutes.
But like I feel like it's something bigger, right? It's something bigger, like whether there is a legitimate plan to, or whether it's just the money laundering, right? Or it's a plan to, make Zelensky like into the next like Saddam Hussein, right? Like this is the plan for this region. We are now, we moved out of the Middle East and we are looking at, the Balkans and Eastern Europe. And, I don't know the reason. Is there minerals in the ground? Doesn't Ukraine have some minerals that will be useful in the future, I think?
There was an interesting graphic that had like side-by-side comparisons of different like news sources. I think one of them was the Guardian, Daily Mail, a couple other Vox, that like pre Russia-Ukraine war, it was all the talk of how Ukraine has such a corrupt government and all the corruption in Ukraine.
That was beautiful.
And then on the other side, is like all of this, how great and wonderful Ukraine is.
Well, that's what it showed, like before everything started, like how many times like they said they used Ukrainian and Nazis or Ukrainian and all this, derided the Ukrainian government or culture. And then like this date happens and it stops and there's nothing. And it's all like, all hail Ukraine. Like I don't know how people don't realize this, but.
All right, we ready?
Is that a dude?
We'll find out.
Как я давно хотел это сделать.
Oh, you gotta read the subtitles.
Да, переезжаем.
Америка самая свободная страна.
What?
I thought the blonde one in the very beginning was Marjorie Taylor there.
It does kind of look like her.
Страна возможностей.
Вы с мужем летите?
Да, мы вместе. Он сейчас подойдет. А вот и мой муж. Знакомьтесь.
Эмили.
Простите, мистер. Пассажиры позади вас вегетарианцы. Им неприятно, что при них употребляют мясо.
Мы же их не заставляем это.
Простите, но в США принято придерживаться принципов демократии. Позвольте, я это заберу.
Парень, тут очередь в туалет.
What do you want?
В очередь, говорю, ставь в туалет.
I want to go to the toilet.
Простите, мистер, что случилось?
Да вот парень без очереди лезет тут.
И что? Вы не хотите его пропустить?
Я?
Конечно, конечно. Его надо пропустить. Мы подождем. Его народ долгие годы терпел притеснение белых. Мы перед всеми афроамериканцами в долгу. Простите нас.
He just starts to build.
Прошу вас.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty spot on.
He took the knee.
Вы не могли бы пересесть в носовую часть самолета?
В смысле, я один?
Нет, нет, нет. Вы все трое.
Зачем?
Там сзади пара, а не child-free.
Child free.
Дело в том, что ваш сын
That's me.
попадает в поле их зрения, и это вызывает у них дискомфорт.
Get your snot goblins out of here.
Oh, that was funny.
That was fucking hilarious.
I feel like we should move to Russia.
I mean, they're gonna start making videos like that.
The U.S. is pretty oppressive of all of us, like cis white dudes. Seems like Russia's the place to be. I think that's the that's the point
I think
of
it
that.
gets
It's
cold there, man.
Mark lives in Canada. He's used to it.
Did you guys
They're
see
like-
Putin's speech?
They're like, hey, if you're
Yeah,
a
he
straight white
called-
dude, this is the place for you to be because we're not going to oppress you like the Americans do.
I think I know what you're talking about, Clyde. He's talking about the demonic elements, about there being
Yeah,
more
yeah,
than
yeah.
two genders and stuff.
It's just, and like it's like they put that's. I think the background
Fits
for that
along.
video. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So what was that? Just like a propaganda video they ran on Russian.
I guess.
television?
I'm surprised it's still on Twitter. We'll probably get kicked off. Sorry, Justin, but this episode's not staying on YouTube.
We've been saying we've said that about the past 3 episodes, and they're all still up. I did have to edit out a portion of one of them, but otherwise we're good.
Did you?
Yeah, the Adam Ruins Everything intro for Monday that got dinged
Oh,
for
I didn't-
copyright claim, so I had to have it. I had to.
Oh.
I didn't see it, so it's okay.
Everybody who watched it live got to see it, but anybody who goes back and watches it now, the video starts, it plays the little opening soundbite, and then it just skips straight to the little ending soundbite, like it cuts out the whole video. It is kind of handy that they let you do that, like if there is something that's going to have your video removed because of a copyright infringement or something like that, you can go in and it says, either we can take this video down everywhere and it just doesn't get shown, or we can cut out this segment of the video. It's like, okay, well, cut that out then. Why are you even asking me this question?
This was Monday's intro.
Yeah.
That queer, anyways, annoyed me. So, I mean, that gay man. Excuse me.
I mean, queer is an acceptable word now.
That's true. I mean, it is the Q in the
yeah.
Well, it depends on your inflection when you say it.
Yeah,
You just can't.
Yeah.
You just can't
I
say.
was
you
speaking
can't
out
say-
of love, if you couldn't tell.
You
gotta
can't
say
say faggot.
queer.
That's the one that they get offended by.
What one? The hard T?
Faggot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like hard R, hard T.
I get them
Hard
mixed
Q.
up. Hard
Be gentle with
Yeah.
your words.
If you have an A at the end, then you're just Italian.
Italian or worse.
Yep. Oh man.
So you're saying that Christopher Columbus was my what?
You know, it's funny, I meant to mention. I don't know. I meant to mention on that episode that there's a really good book that I like called 1491. and it's kind of like it was written after the year 2000, and it's about like the the natives on North, Central, and South America, and kind of how they did things, and it's pretty cool because it's a much more based on a lot more modern stuff and definitely a different lens than most Native American literature is. But it's funny because it came up on my memories today that I was talking about the book on Facebook when I checked earlier. But like now I'm like, oh man, was it because maybe it was on Columbus Day that I talked about it? I don't know, but it was a good book.
Probably.
I recommend it if anybody is into that kind of thing. I got into it because they talk about how they like changed like the physical like landscape, like how in North America they had fires and burned basically the whole country, to manage the forests on a yearly basis, which is pretty cool. And then like the Amazon, like it's like this like bountiful place, but like it didn't like used to be. Like that took like 10,000 years of like rigorous like burning and planting and earthworks and canals and like all this like amazing shit that you really don't expect. But they talk a little bit about not Columbus, but some of the other explorers or what. Yeah, like most of the natives died from disease, but like intentional. It's just we brought like pigs here, and they didn't have pigs unless they all got like hepatitis B and died.
You have beef from pig.
Something like that. They didn't have a lot of. They didn't have a lot in the way of like they explained it a lot better in the book. It's like not that they had shitty immune systems, it's just that a small amount of them came here originally, so it was very specific. Like they were really, really good at living here before like Europeans brought like livestock and stuff, because they didn't live amongst livestock, they hunted. Where like Europeans lived amongst livestock, they had developed like immunity, and to a lot of those diseases. Getting dirty.
We don't believe in building up immunity anymore over the last couple of years.
Natural immunity doesn't exist.
We've gone away with that.
Well, so that was like with the Columbus thing, like on the first island that they landed on, like he left a contingent to like stay on the island and work with the natives, and so he could he was taking stuff back to show them, hey, this is what we found, and we're gonna go back. And then when they got back, the original chief of the natives had caught some disease because new people and things that they'd never been exposed to show up. Mm-hmm. He caught some disease and died. The natives blamed him. The new chief, the new chief then got everybody to like rally around just murdering the shit out of everybody that Columbus had left. Columbus comes back, finds that the islanders or the natives had murdered everybody that he left, and he's like, all right, well, fuck y'all then. And then he just wiped out everybody on the island. Like there might have been some shit that happened that led up to it. It wasn't like he just showed up and like, all right, all these people, fucking murder them.
For no reason at all.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I came across some information that made me go from a more pro-Columbus stance to an anti-Columbus stance. Apparently, you look up what year the Jews were expelled in Italy, 1492.
Are you saying Columbus was bringing the Jews?
I wonder if he got kicked out himself, and we're just not taught the narrative at all.
He does have kind of a big nose on a lot of those portraits.
Soros is like great
probably, yeah.
Go find us a new homeland.
The history of this.
My biggest gripe with the whole like Columbus narrative thing is like he sailed into like Latin America, like the Caribbeans, right? And Leif Erikson was here 400 years before. I mean, up in the north, like if you're talking about North America, Columbus really wasn't the guy, like.
It's just one of those stupid, like we have to have a historical figure for kiddos. You know what I mean? Like, George Washington and Christopher Columbus. And like, we have to have like these people. And like, I don't know. I mean, people are going to get mad at me and say, oh, Western civilization and blah, blah, blah. Right. But like, otherwise, like, what did he really do that was like that, like special? Like he kind of lost, like not really lost, but like that's not where he's trying to go,
It started out as a propaganda tool, like let's all rally around this guy and worship our history, right? Our universal history here in this country, and it turns out it bites him in the ass. I kind of appreciate.
I like how part of that narrative is people back then thought the earth was flat. And Columbus proved that it wasn't because he didn't fall off the edge. Did you guys ever get that story? That part of the story?
Yeah, that was part of it.
That was bullshit too.
Yeah, it's BS.
Should have been
because
here on
obviously
Monday.
It is
Thought
flat.
it was
so.
My son
The
tells
pear
all his
and the
friends that the world is flat now. It's kind of funny.
Who says this?
My son.
Teaching him
Right.
right, Clyde.
he gets it too. You know, like he gets it. He's like, you know, not totally convinced either way, but understands that it's like amusing and that there's, you know, he's just throwing it out.
I've got a buddy that sent me a whole bunch of stuff that he says is like proof that the world is flat. So I need to go.
They're always like 8-hour long videos, and I'm like 45 minutes in. I was like, "There's no way I'm finishing this whole thing."
I'm gonna commit to going through all of that stuff that he sent me, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna do an episode on it. I just haven't gotten around to it because I've been busy doing other stuff. But
that means he's gonna invite me on to. Now I'm gonna have to watch it all.
It's an interesting concept. You know.
It's like the ancient, like the mountains are actually the like stumps of ancient trees. Like I watched a whole bunch of videos on that, and like it's a really interesting concept, and like some of the evidence for it is really compelling. It's like, yeah, I mean, I could see there being some possible way that this is feasible. I don't know how that would like work in practicality unless you know space really isn't real, in which case then I could see it.
The one thing is kind of interesting, if you, especially like for the young earth folks, right, like
that would be me.
So you date the earth based on like, you know, biblical genealogies, and if you go read like Genesis, when God creates the world, it's flat, it's not round. Like there's you know, it's flat. And it's just kind of interesting to see, like, hey, if you believe young earth, you kind of, you know,
Clyde's a flat earther.
This is why I'm so conflicted.
Right.
Mark believes the earth is 6 million years old. Exactly.
Yay.
That 1,000. I'm sorry, dude. A decimal place. I'm bad at that. I'm sorry. My bad. My bad.
If you could have,
don't make me one of these evolutionaries.
I thought it was. I thought we were going. There was like one for every year, and that's why the Holocaust happened when it did. But
if you could have waited like 2 minutes, we could have used that to end the show just a little bit early.
We'll get it right one of these days. I feel like the show is just becoming Owen Benjamin's show 3 years behind.
Are you blaming me?
We'll catch up.
No, it's just, I mean, we're getting into flat Earth here. Like, it seems like we're about to really go down a flat Earth rabbit hole. Some other things that you guys have been saying, you know.
Look at the, I mean, politics is getting boring
saying, it just feels a little bit.
Way.
Oh, man.
It does seem to be the trajectory of certain folks. I mean, look at Kanye. He's going through his own existential crisis.
Yeah.
Like, how long before Kanye goes, Earth is flat? That's the only thing he tweets. Earth is flat. Like, you know what's coming.
That would be great.
It is. I'm here for it. I like that your kid's doing the same thing I like to do to people, which is just make fun of globe earthers and pretend like I'm a flat earther because people get so upset about it.
Oh, people freak out. People freak out about the fake moon landing too.
I appreciate it just for like the little like little mind palms, right? Like, because it's other kids that are like his age, and it's like just calling everything into question, right? And like, here's a little bit of evidence, and like, here's a little bit of this, and it's like, whether you believe it or not, just getting kids to like question, you know, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
Teach them at a young age, you know.
That's it.
Not all it's cracked up to be.
I'm gonna join Owen's community or whatever, and I'm gonna be Morning Bear.
There you go.
The whole bear thing kind of like threw me off because
I make bears in the morning.
There is a gay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
And so on Twitter, when I started seeing all these bears pop up, I thought I had entered some sort of Twilight realm. I was like, wait a minute, how did I get on this list? Like, you know,
kinky bear? What?
Southern Clyde bear.
There's probably not allowed to be a kinky bear.
Dr. Bear.
Oh, there's a titty bear. So I am not a bear for those that wonder, but
Sure, you're not.
you
You only have the complete physiognomy for it.
We call when the dogs go outside and poop, we call it making bears. That's our cutesy way of saying it. We go like, oh, did Morty make bears? He's just like, oh yeah, he made bears.
We used to have
we call it turds.
dog.
It's just coincidence. I'm not like not talking shit about Owen Benjamin people. I'm just it's just coincidence.
We had a dog that would eat like anything and everything when my kids were little, and this is when we lived in Vermont. And she used to eat crayons, and she'd go out and poop in the yard in the winter. And of course, like I don't go pick it up because it just snows on top of it. And then in the springtime, you have all these little like piles of like old poo, but there'd be like little colorful swirls and rainbows in it of like crayon chunks. It's quite interesting.
That's awesome. Festive.
If rainbow poops isn't the most retarded thing we've had on this show today, I don't know what is.
Everyone thinks you're an app.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.